Welcome to the Silent D Motor Show. I'm your host, Silent D. And this new show is going to be all about classics, especially the weird ones. And today, I'm here in Norway, at this farm deep in the Norwegian countryside, which is where I keep my dear old Volvo. But this isn't just any old Volvo 240. What you're looking at is a Volvo 262C Bertone. Now let me explain. We're in the late 70s. The US is Volvo's biggest market, and they're looking to produce a high-end exclusive car that can compete with the likes of Cadillac and Mercedes. But anyone who's ever driven a standard Volvo 240 knows that there's nothing high-end or exclusive about that. So I guess the Swedish engineers realized they needed help in order to build a luxurious car that could satisfy the taste of the American consumer. And what happened next is a unique collaboration between multiple nations. The body was built at the Volvo factory in Sweden. The engine was a collaboration between Peugeot and Renault in France. And then the body and engine was sent down to the Bertone factory in Italy. They did their design magic, modifications, and hand-assembled everything before shipping, at least most of them, to the US. The Bertone guys lowered the roof, they flattened the windshield angle, they widened this C-pillar, then they wrapped the whole top in vinyl. And the final touch was adding this fancy-looking royal crown emblem. And on the inside, they added leather and wood everywhere. Or, let me rather just read from this Volvo sales brochure from 1978 to say it in Volvo's own words. The smell and feel of fine leather adds to the 262C interior's air of quiet, tastefully luxury. Soft pleated black leather covers the anatomically designed and individually heated front seats and the spacious rear seat of this genuine 2+2 touring car. Leather also covers the doors and rear panels, plus the complete headliner. Door panels are accented with genuine elm veneer, and the leather-covered sun visors are recessed into a full-width leather panel above the windshield. The padded steering wheel is covered in matching hide, completing the 262C's feel of fine quality. And if that didn't make you excited, I don't know what does. Now, let's go for a drive. Only 1,670 of these cars were produced in 1978, and they were all silver with the black vinyl top, just like this one. Later, it was also made available in gold and other colors on special order, and a total of 6,622 cars were produced between 1978 and 1981, making this a quite rare Swedish, French, Italian break.
Volvo, Volvo, jävla gamla Volvo. Vem har råd att åka Chevrolet? Volvo, Volvo, jag vill ha en Volvo. En Volvo med en V6i som jag kan jaga snygga brudar med.
Bertone equipped these cars with air condition, power windows, power steering, cruise control, and more, which were all pretty uncommon on European cars at the time, but necessary in order to compete in the luxury car segment in the US. They also softened the suspension. It basically drives like old American luxury car, so very comfortable, but it handles terribly. The V6 has enough power to make it cruise pretty comfortably on the highway. Well, not like we have any highways here anyway, but if we did, I would be cruising comfortably on one right now. So it might be cruising pretty nicely, but it doesn't accelerate very well. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 0 to 60 miles per hour for our non-metric viewers, well, it takes a long time, as I will demonstrate now in this acceleration test. Okay, here we go. I got a US speedometer, so I'll count in miles. Oh, 30 already. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. Wow, there's supposed to be 127 horses in the stable, but they're almost 40 years old now, so I guess they're getting a bit tired. Alright, let's head back to the farm. So why do I love old Volvo so much? Well, probably because my first car was a Volvo, a 1986 Volvo 240. And when it was time to upgrade, I think that's when my love for classics really started, because instead of getting a newer one, I actually bought an even older one. A 1969 Volvo 142. I tuned the engine, cut the springs, welded the differential, and then it was a lot better at doing this than being a daily driver. So I got another one, also a 69 142. That one I got from Sweden, back when they were still a lot cheaper over there. Flash forward a couple of years, I'm living in Berlin, Germany, and I'm driving this Volvo 242. Oh, and I almost forgot, I even had yet another Volvo 240. That one I got from the neighbor. He was gonna take it to the junkyard, but I thought before we retired it completely, let's have some fun with it. And I even got this old video to show you exactly how much fun we had and how much beating these old Volvos can take. Have a look.
Det är liksom ett och så tackar du. Är det umuligt att komma på taket?
So that's basically how I spent my teens growing up here on the countryside. And here we are, back at the farm. And I do have one more story I'd love to tell you. Like most 262Cs, also this one was sold to the US. But in the early 2000s, it was imported to Germany, and then 5 years ago, I imported it to Norway. The seller was quite particular and a huge Volvo fan, and while I wanted to ship it here, he was so concerned about the car's safety that the shipping company might scratch or in any way harm his baby. So instead, he offered to drive it here. All the way from Germany to Norway. He delivered it in person here at the farm, then took good care in hosing it down, then asked to inspect where we would store it to make sure that it was dry and safe, and basically to assure himself that it would be safe in my hands. Boris was his name, and Boris, if you're watching now, you are awesome. I love this kind of passion, and yes, I can assure you that I've been taking a very good care of your baby, and I will continue doing so. Alright folks, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, then please click the thumbs up button, share, tell all your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you then.
Volvo, Volvo, en jättetrimmad Volvo. En Volvo med en V6i som ritar och som går som själva far.